Hi everybody, this is Pam with Jesusjunkjournals, and we are going to continue on with our healing folio. So the pieces that you have left from the main kit are going to probably be this and this. And the reason they're in the main kit is that, I mean, technically, if you didn't want to do the front part, you could get away with just the main kit. But I'm going to do the whole thing, and so we're going to cut these pieces out, and then I'm going to start on the add-on kit, and it goes with this. So if you're going to use the add-on kit, you don't want to glue this in, because this goes over the top of these flaps from the add-on kit that we're going to do here in just a minute. So let me get so here's the add-on kit. So we are going to want pages 5, 6, 4, 5, and 6. So 4, 5, 6 from the add-on kit, and then the 2 pages that were left from the main kit, and we will do those. So what I'm going to do is cut these out and ink them, and then I'll be back. Okay, I've got everything cut out and inked. And so now I'm looking at my prototype. The first thing we want to do is put the window into this one piece here. So I've got a piece of acetate, and I'm going to cut it a little closer to the size of the window. This is something from a photo album that I had, and I was getting ready to throw it away, and then I thought, oh wait, there's acetate that's really nice in there. Okay, so there is that, and I'm going to cut it off. Something like that. Okay, so I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac. The glue is never quite ready when I am, but I'm sure you guys have the same thing happen. So I'm just going to run a semi-solid bead of Fabri-Tac around the side of this window. Put my acetate on there. Mash it down, kind of push it out towards the outside so it doesn't go where the window is. And then that goes, let me get this right. This is your flap, and this is, when you raise it up, this is what shows. This goes here. And so you might want to put, let me show you the prototype. I put a piece of paper that I had just behind the window so it wasn't just white. And then I've got one of my cards from my deck of cards in this window. Pick out the paper you want for behind there. Let me look here real quick and see what I have that I want. I could use, I think I'll just use that same paper I used on that last thing we did. So I'm going to glue that. So when this folds down, this is what it'll look like on the cover of your oops. Mine's fitting kind of tight. If yours is a bigger piece, you don't have to worry as much. But since I'm trying to use up this paper, and I'm also trying to fill my, just look away from this mess. I'm trying to empty a bottle of my art glitter glue. Like I had a big bottle and I'm trying to empty it into my small bottle. And it's kind of a mess. So trying to use up this glue without wasting it. Okay, so I'm going to glue it on 3 sides and cut a notch over here. It doesn't really matter which side you cut the notch in, actually, but I'll cut it on this side just because that's where I cut it on the other one. Okay, and then ink that. And I also realized I had a piece there too to cover where that goes. So I'm going to cut just a small square. Oh. Okay, I had to pull that off just so it wouldn't overlap that. So there is that flap, and that's ready for a card. So now I've got this tab. Okay, so score this glue tab. And this one now is going to glue over the top of your frame. So let's get our frame back out. And it's going to glue here. We're going to glue it like, yeah. And here's why we don't glue things. I thought I was being so smart by not gluing this envelope, and it's the tab that needs to come loose. So I'm going to break it loose. And then this glues down inside here. Sorry about that. And then we will glue this flap back where it was. So make sure you've got it this kind of centered here and here. So we're going to glue that. So I'm going to put glue right across here. Glue that, and then make sure it's straight here and here. Then we are going to take these 2 flaps and get my pockets right. This pocket, so this is your top flap, this will be your bottom flap. And so we're going to score this. And fold that, ink that. And then this one is going to glue inside here like this. And then we're going to put a sheet over it to cover that. So again, don't look at how I'm gluing this today because I've got this mess going on over here. I don't know if you can thin art glitter glue. I'm not sure what you would thin it with because I don't think you can thin it with water. This makes me rethink whether I want to buy these kind of bottles the next time because, you know, on the one hand, it seems cheaper to buy it in the big bottle and refill, but if you end up with a large amount in the bottle that won't come out, you're really not. Plus, it's a mess to do. Maybe it's not such a great idea. Because then you end up doing things like this. Or just throwing it away, in which case you really aren't saving any money. So, and I think it's what, like $20 a bottle now, probably more than that. So, decisions. Okay, so this one goes down here, again, on the inside. And we also, if we want to put paper on them or stamp them or paint them, you can do that. And this one gets a pocket, which we'll come to here in a minute. But this flap here, I'm gonna cut some paper out and glue there. I think I might just use a piece of the sheet music. Cut it. I'll ink it real quick. It's actually, the bottom will have a pocket on it. All right, so then we've got the pocket that goes up here, which is this one. And we're going to cut the notch out of it. And ink that. This is the one that it's curved and it fits this curve. So that's where this one goes. So, got my regular glue tip back on here. Back to normal. Okay, and then this glues down here. And then up here, we have the Elohim pocket. So I'm going to cut a notch out of that. And ink it. Max, it's all right. And glue that on. And then we're going to take the blue sheet, and this is going to go over the top of it. Now check it, because after you've glued your flaps and all that on, it might be too long. And so you just want to double check that these flaps, see how that bows? That means it's too long. And I need to cut a little bit off. So I'm going to trim that off. Okay, and then I can slide it over to this edge and that'll take care of all the red, but I think I'm still going to put a piece of washi tape just for safety. Get that right on there. Okay, and then this will go over the top and pretty much cover everything. And there's a little bit of a white flash here, so I think I will put some washi tape down here too, and even overlap it on this flap. That way everything looks intentional. And then up here, I'm not going to run it over the fold. I'll just run it right up to that pocket. And then let's check it one more time. And see, this is folding now, so it's, you got a little bit more thickness going on. And that was just enough to make it too long. So I got to trim it back again. So just keep working with it, trimming it, and let's see. Just decide which way is up for you. Okay, when you finally get it the size you want it, you can ink it if you want to. I don't think it matters, but however you want it, put it on there. I don't really think it's got an upside or downside. And glue it down, make sure it shuts. And then open it back up, and then we were going to put the tuck spots, which are these. So they're going to glue in like this. This one you'll glue a line of glue in the middle and across the bottom, and that'll create 2 tuck spots. And put it about there. Just kind of eyeballing it. And you want to make sure that the cards will fit and not go up too far on the top, and still leave room for the ones on the bottom. Glue the bottom tuck point or tuck spot or whatever you call it. Okay, so we've got all of those. Now back on this flap, so these close, and then this has the, let me look at my prototype again just to make sure I've got this right. It's got 2 pockets, so you're going to stack them like this, well actually like this, and I want the writing right side up, so like that. And so figure out like where you want that first and second one to go, and then make a little mark. And, oh, and then cut your, if you want a notch, cut your notch. And then put it with this one so you get the notch at least in the same spot. Even if it's not centered, it's at least sort of in the same spot. Ink those. And then we're going to glue this one first. And we're going to glue these 3 sides. And don't force it down into the fold, as you know that drill, right? Pull it back up here as on the edge so that it'll fold nicely down. And that one looks just a little crooked there. That's better. And then this one will go along the edge, so. Down here, and pull that up to that edge, like that. So you've got those in, and this looks like it needs inking, where it glued together. And on that edge, maybe 2. And that's it for this front, all this front piece. So that was pretty straightforward, maybe. Could I say that? Even though I messed up and had to unglue this flap. Okay, so there's your front part. So now I'm a little gun shy. I'm not going to glue this back just yet. I'm going to wait. I don't think there's anything else that goes up there. So then on the next video, we're going to do the 3 flaps and the 2 flap add-on part. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you are making one with us. And I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.